Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us again. This is Chantel Demal with the Developing Athletes Podcast, and I'm here with my co-host, Shazilla.
What it do, baby? What it do?
Shad, tell me, what'd you think about the NBA Finals?
I felt robbed.
I think you and everybody did, okay? I had such great expectations for Halliburton, to see that happen in the first quarter. I was like...
He came with it, though.
Yes.
He came out gunning. 3 for 4 from three. I'm talking about deep threes. Like, he came with it, man. I just felt bad for him. And for somebody who done had a ton of injuries, like, man, nobody asked to be injured. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and as a competitor, if I was on the court, I wouldn't even wanted it like that. Not saying that it's not real. Not saying there's an asterisk around it or anything like that. But I remember winning a Pro-Am. I was the coach in the Atlanta Pro-Am.
Okay.
The Pro-Am is basically where the pros and the amateurs get together in the summer.
Okay.
And it's this big tournament, and then you win a championship. It's real competitive. And I remember we was playing Lou Will's team in the championship.
Okay.
And for some reason he wasn't there. Scheduling, maybe conflict, maybe. And I remember I DM'd him on Instagram, and I was like, "Man, I ain't even want it like that."
You didn't want to play if it wasn't gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
a good game.
I'm accept the ship.
Yeah,
but I ain't want it like that.
Yeah.
I wanted to beat Lou, and he had Montrezl Harrell on his team too. Now one of them
wanted it the way that it was. I think we were all so devastated, and then I think that it would have went over a lot better if it happened later in the game. But it was like, so you expect me to sit here and watch this whole game, and it ain't even the game that I signed up to watch.
Yeah,
I felt robbed.
Yeah,
and obviously we hope that he's in good health, but it was like, we're watching from just on the other side, and for a lot of us, we want some level of entertainment there, and it just wasn't the same.
Yeah, and I thought his team would rally around him, but I saw some of the post-game interviews, and one of the guys said it deflated them, and I'm like, no, that's the wrong mindset.
Yeah.
And I rock with Obi Toppin, but for me, it was like one of my guys go down, and we finna turn up.
And that's just everybody like when we talked to Josh Powell, like when he was like, and I don't know when this episode will air, if we've already talked to him or not. But when we talked to him, and he was like, everybody got to play their role. And for him, he was so grateful that the Lakers saw him because of the opportunity he got to shine when he played for the Clippers. So it's almost like for the players that didn't really rally around him, like that is your opportunity to really like stand up, show everybody what you're good at, what you're good for, and for you to play your role, which is just to win no matter what and no matter who's not playing alongside you.
Right. And like I said, man, when I saw him go down, like I couldn't keep watching the replays, because one thing I know as an athlete, when you go down and the trainer comes up to you, the first thing they ask you is, did you hear something pop? And when I saw him on the ground, beating the ground, shaking his head, I knew.
Yeah, that's
it's like, man, like Achilles, it's a year.
Yeah.
And you in the finals, so next year it's over with. And like I said, man, people forget you. You know what I'm saying? And now, like, you got to prove it again. You know what I'm saying? They was already saying he was the most overrated player in the league, which I disagree with.
I think he rose to the occasion.
Yeah, he definitely rose. He reading the same news clips. He rose to the occasion. Before he got hurt, we was in here talking about he finna get 35, 40.
Oh, for sure. And he was well on his way. Yeah. Well on his way for those minutes that he played. So, okay, all right. So you're saying Halliburton's gonna be out for another year because of his injury. And so who are you looking forward to playing? Like, you watched the drafts yesterday.
Yeah.
Who are you looking forward to?
So I want to see what my boy Ace Bailey gonna do in the league. He from the city. Shout out to Chat Town.
Okay.
Shout out to Chat Town for sure. Ace Bailey, he went 5. He could have went. He was my number 1 pick. I know everybody on Cooper Flag. That's no diss to Cooper Flag, but I just if it's neck and neck 1 and 2, I'm going with the home team, and we're gonna deal with the results.
Yeah, we love the underdog around here.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't think Ace is no underdog. I think he's highly confident. He's highly skilled, and I think in a couple more years, when he get his man body and he's even more polished, he's gonna be a real problem.
How old is he now?
Probably 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
when do you think a man body kicks in?
about 20, 21, 22.
Okay.
I mean, because I went through it. You know, I grew 2 inches after high school.
Okay.
Granted, I was a year early in my class, so I graduated at 17, but I grew 2 inches after high school. I got my man body. I went to college for 1 year working out at Tennessee State. But when I got to junior college, my second year of college, I was different. Like, I was slim growing up. I ran cross country.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then when I got my man body, like I just turned into an animal. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
so interesting to hear it called the man body.
it's real. It's real because it's a difference. And that's why in college you see a lot of teams with these older players, they're winning the NCAA tournaments because no matter how talented you are at 18, physically you can't compete. That's why the NFL got a rule that you got to put at least 2 years in because you don't get your man body to a certain age.
Yeah.
And NFL football is so brutal.
Yeah.
Bro, you put an 18-year-old out there with a fucking 28-year-old
without
it's
a man
over.
body, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. It's a reason why it's a 2-year. On that.
So let me ask you something. So him going to the league, I know some players have gone straight out of high school, but do you feel like that's just more of a thing now because of the NIL?
Well, yeah, because not in basketball, because basketball, one, you get guaranteed contracts, and basketball you get paid more.
Okay.
You know, so in football, I think that's the thing because in football, you're gonna get paid way more in college than you do in the NFL.
Really?
And the NFL not guaranteed. You get hurt, you out of there.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap.
It's some people, and this is documented, it's some people who have faked injuries in order not to get cut because it's a rule in the NFL that if you're injured, you can't be cut. You see what I'm saying? So you got to go to those links to really try to get your money in the NFL. And in the NBA, the money is flowing. So it's like, yo, they got people who they'll cut or waive and still be paying them tens of millions of dollars a year.
Because they drop down and said my neck and my back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
so
that would be me. Yeah. Everybody watching. Before you get rid of me, I'm about to figure this out. Okay?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm injured.
Yes.
Put me on IR.
Yes. Put me on the list.
hey, they gonna find
You're not getting me out of here, okay?
They gonna find a loophole for anything, but that's what it is. You got to go to great lengths to protect because it's like the thing about sports and athletics is when you the man, you the man. When you're in the spotlight, you're in the spotlight. But once you retire, once you get injured, the phone start ringing.
Yeah.
Like people stop asking for autographs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Endorsements are gone.
Yeah. And you'll realize like you may have thought you had a lot of friends, but it was like, damn, it was just opportunistic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I'm excited to see him play.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Hey, if you out there and you want to learn how to do real estate development, whether it's building single houses, communities, or tiny home communities, join the Post Pro community today. I'm in there giving game. I'm walking you through all of our $60 million in developments. I'm showing you everything. I'm connecting you with the vendors. We're doing property walks, the whole nine. Click the link below and join today.
Okay, so are you going to Summer League this year?
Most definitely. We going to Summer League.
I mean, you said, okay, so I've never been to Summer League before. Yeah. So it seems
you don't
like
know what to expect.
I don't know what to expect. I mean, I'm surrounded by so many tall guys here now. I'm just kind of like looking up and there I feel like I would just kind of be lost in the sauce.
That's going to be times 1,000. But you ain't going to be lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
No, I might want to be lost in the sauce.
Hey, we're going to have to get the hip-hop police on you, man. Hey,
what does that mean?
We're going to have somebody follow you around. We out there on business.
I know that. I'm going to be out there on business. Yeah. Okay, so you've been there before. What's it like?
It's basketball 24/7. It's you got Summer League. You got the Korean camp going on. You got all these different basketball camps going on. It's strategically planned. Like everybody's gonna be out there for Summer League, and it's gonna be all basketball. You're gonna have all the NBA players, current, retired, high school players, college players. Like it's just gonna be everything. Coaches, GMs.
What's it for
owners.
exactly?
So Summer League is like it's like preparation for preseason.
Okay.
So you take all the people you just drafted. We just had the NBA draft.
Yeah.
And now you taking them to play summer league. Now, everybody don't play summer league. If you're a superstar, you may play 1 or 2 games just to get a feel. And if you go out there and kill, they may shut you down.
Okay.
But it's more so like for people to prove themselves. Like if you're not like a top 5 or 7 pick, like or lottery. If you're not a lottery pick, you're probably gonna play the whole summer league. But if you're a lottery pick and you go out there and be like, oh, he's just as advertised, then they're gonna shut you down. And then you just start working out, get ready for preseason. So summer league is basically like, let's see, and it ain't just for the rookies. It's for 2nd, 3rd, 4th year players who still trying to prove themselves and get on teams.
Yeah.
You know, you got people from overseas trying to come back and get on teams. So like, and that's what makes summer league so good because everybody hungry. It ain't the prima donna shit that you see during the regular season of the NBA.
That.
You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody trying to get it, trying to grind, and all eyes on you. Like you don't know who in the stands. It's coaches, it's GMs, it's scouts, it's the owners. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody.
That
so
sounds exciting.
It's gonna be exciting for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Okay. So when you were in summer league, like, do you have any stories from that about anything that you want to share? Because it's a time like you go out, it's a lot going on. Everybody's like proving themselves. Yeah. It's almost a showcase of sorts, right?
Nah, for sure. So summer league. So right out of college, I got with the Sixers, 76ers, and I went to summer league. And this is my first time in Vegas. And I didn't know it was this hot in Vegas.
It's hella hot.
So we at the
Vegas.
airport getting ready to fly to Vegas, and it's like one of my boys telling me on the team, he's like, man, it's $115 out there. And I'm like, $115? I ain't never been in 115-degree weather.
It don't even sound right, $115.
But when we got out there, it was 120.
Oh my God.
And it was just like, it wasn't like the sun was beaming. It was just like dry, hot.
Suffocating.
Yeah, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, not looking forward to that.
Yeah, so you know, we get out there. I'm meeting, you know, not meeting the team because we've been practicing and stuff. But one of my stories is, you know, in summer league you get per diem. No matter who you are, if you playing, you getting per diem. So we getting it's X amount of money a day, but it's a lot of money. It's supposed to be for food, and it's daily. If I remember correct, it's probably like it was anywhere from $500 to $800 a day. Or something like that. Yeah. But you got to think.
Sign me up for summer league. How I try out?
No. So it's all relative, though, because you got to think. We stand at the Four Seasons. It's $100 for breakfast.
Okay.
So it's like, I remember one time, hey, shout out to my boy Dustin Salisbury. If you remember this comment, me and him, we got tired of spending $100 for breakfast. So, you know, in Vegas, everything looked close. So it's a McDonald's across the street. So we come up with the idea. We both rookies. We trying to make the team. And we like,
and make life make sense.
We finna save our money. We gonna go to McDonald's.
Exactly.
It's $1.15. So it's like, bro, by the time we do all that, man, we drenched in sweat.
And like, hungry all over again. Yeah. From that Egg McMuffin.
Yeah, so shout out to my boy Dustin Salisbury, man, from Philly. But yeah, like I said, I was one of the stories I got was I was playing Boo Ray with Lou Williams.
Tell everybody what that is that may not know.
So Boo Ray is like so this was explained to me by Lou himself. It's a rich man's game.
Okay.
You got a pot. It's like one-on-one spades.
Okay.
So I know how to play spades, and I grew up gambling. So of course
you were up for the challenge.
Yeah, I was up for the challenge. But this is the thing: we gambling, playing for real money while he teaching me. So he could be just manipulating, but he wasn't though. You know what I'm saying? But like, it was dumb on my part to gamble with real money and not really know the game.
Exactly.
So long story short, Lou, we in his room and he done took all my little per diem. Mind you, this is 2nd, 3rd year in the league. He came from high school, so he pretty set.
He got some money.
I'm fresh out of college on per diem thinking $800 is a lot of money.
For an Egg McMuffin,
I'm trying to save.
Yes, how can I come up during summer league?
So man, long story short, he kicked my ass, won the pot, won all my per diem. So it's time for me I'm about to get up out of this room and head back, and he get my money back. And I'm like, man, nah, man, you earned that. Like, I'm standing on big principles, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he like, man, I don't want your money. He said, I just want something to do. And I was like, man, appreciate it, bro.
Yes. Thank you so much. I was trying to be hard over here, but thank you so much. I needed that.
I really wasn't trying to be hard. Like, if he would have took it, I wouldn't have thought nothing else about it. But it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a principle, man. Like, I ain't nobody ever gave me shit.
Right.
And like I said, I just wanted something to do too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fresh out of college. And my story, bro, I wasn't always the man, and I feel like I just made it. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying my time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he would have took that little 800, it would have been cool. Like, fuck it. Hey, what an envelope for the next morning.
So to have that waiting for you though is everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you said when you went to Summer League though, your first time, you were it was an invitation from the 76ers, but you didn't start out playing with them. So like how'd you end up landing back with the 76ers after Summer League was over?
So to answer your question, so Summer League is two parts. You got Vegas and you got Utah.
Okay.
So when I was in Vegas, I wasn't playing as much as I thought I would, especially somebody who I led the nation in rebounding. So mind you, I'm coming in like I belong, like I'm finna tear some shit up, but I wasn't getting the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So the first game, I ain't play that much. I'm hitting my agent like, hey, bro, what's going on? Like, I ain't used to being on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it ain't no drop off.
Right.
Like, what's going on? So he like, man, be patient, woo, woo. Summer League in Vegas didn't do shit. So we fly from Vegas to Utah for the second Summer League.
Okay.
And I'm thinking it's gonna get better. I do play a little more, but it ain't up to my thought processes, expectations.
Yeah.
So I hit my agent and I'm like, man, I want to leave, bro. Because we were talking about the Korean camp. And if I would have stayed in Utah not playing and I'm like, if I'm not playing, they not finna draft me. So why would I stay here and miss the Korean camp when they paying $30K a month and I'm fresh out of college in the hood? Like, bro, like I'm finna go get this.
Yeah, exactly. So, you talking about $30,000 a month.
Yeah, so I left Utah early. You know, they didn't release me or nothing. I talked to my agent, told him I wanted to leave and go to Korean camp. And I was on the flight I flew back to Vegas to the Korean camp. So now I'm walking in the Korean camp with a different mindset because I honestly feel like I'm supposed to be there. So I'm really there to test some shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all done. It wasn't number 20 slots. So I walk in there like, oh, it's 19 slots left. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And this the thing. It's probably less than that because some of the teams from the previous year is going to redraft some of their same players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was just my mindset. And 2 years later, I end up back with the Sixers, signing with the Sixers. And there was a crazy story behind that. I don't know if you got time for me to tell you that or not.
I don't know. Do you got time?
I ain't got nothing to do.
Maybe we could pick it up on the next episode. You want to do that? Or you want to talk about it? We could talk about it. I'm here.
We could talk about
Let's talk about it.
So how I ended back up with the Sixers 2 years later, right? I had just came back from Germany. And I'm working out in Philly. My agent at the time was from Philly.
Okay.
So we working out. We on the track. We working out at these different gyms and stuff in New Jersey.
Okay.
And one day the Sixers called my agent, was like, hey, we need some bodies. We need some players up here because all of our players ain't back for vet camp. So we started off just going up there just to fill in the run. You know what I'm saying? Good players, though. We pros, too, but ain't been in the league pros.
Mm-hmm.
So this goes on for about 2 months. And mind you, like every day, the Sixers like, hey, don't bring him back. He fucking up the run. Hey, don't bring, like every day.
So you're saying people fall off?
Yeah. And these are all my agent's players.
Okay.
So and they come down to like two players left, me and Deontay Christmas played at Temple. And it comes to the last day of training camp, and I know I did enough to make the team. That's not like you can ask, and this ain't even no cap. This going out to everybody. Like if you was on that team, you know that I put in the work.
Yeah,
I you know what I'm saying. Like you know what I'm saying. So, the day before camp starts, like official camp, I'm thinking it's rumblings that's going around like, hey, the Sixers might sign, Rashad. And mind you, I got there off of pickup games. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking now I'm starting to hear it like, damn, they finna sign me. You know what I'm saying? I've been putting in the work, so I ain't surprised. But it's like, okay, yeah, it's finna happen. So my agent hit me and was like, man, I think they're gonna sign a guard. And I'm like, man, I want to go back home. So I'm in Philly, but I'm living in Delaware. This shit boring as fuck. The only thing I got to look forward to is my workouts.
Yeah.
And then I'm back. And my agent had like some rental property that he put us in, and man, it was just some bullshit. It wasn't nothing to do in Delaware. I
can't imagine in Delaware.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing to do.
I forget it's a state actually, but continue.
Yeah, so I leave. I fly back to Atlanta, and if you're from the A, you know it's a spot close to the airport called U-Bar. It used to be called the Ultimate Bar and Grill. So from the airport, one of my homeboys picked me up. We go to the U-Bar. We order some food. He getting a cigar. I get a call from my Asian assistant.
Not in the U-Bar, you didn't.
Yeah. When it was the Ultimate, they used to have a cigar spot.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It used to be a little elegant before it got ratchet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they changed the name.
Yeah, okay.
So I get a call so we order food. Before my food come out, I get a call. Mind you, I just landed. I get a call
with no expectations at this point.
Nah, I was just going back to see my daughter. Because my daughter was young, and I'm like, bro, if I'm up here, y'all ain't finna sign me. Like, I can come back, but I need to go. Like, because I felt like I put in enough work. And so my agent assistant called, and she's like, Rashad, where you at? She said the Sixers want you in camp tomorrow. And I'm like, no, that day. No, matter of fact, it was that day. So from the airport to the U-Bar, I get the call that the Sixers want me in camp. I go from the U-Bar back to the airport.
Because you like, I'm there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And fresh off the plane.
So all you had time to do was go to the U-Bar?
I didn't we had to leave. I got the call before my food came out. So I flew, and mind you, I got practice that day.
Oh, right. Same day practice.
Yeah, I got practice that day. So it's like the Sixers want you in camp. So I had to fly back off the plane straight to the practice facility. The GM at the time, Ed Stefanski, had my contract. I didn't even read it. I signed it in the back, changed clothes, run out on the court, and practice.
Bro, look at God. Do you hear me?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
They be like, oh, he's late, but he's always on time.
Yeah,
That's like that. Like, for real, color.
That's exactly how it happened, and
that's so exciting.
And it's funny, man. Shout out to Aaron McKee. I get back to camp. Mind you, I was there, then I left. I get back to camp, and me and Aaron McKee is on the same elevator. Mm-hmm. They call him Blue, and me and him was in the elevator together. And he looked at me. He said, "Yeah, these motherfuckers scared you back at camp."
You're a beast.
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
a beast.
For sure. And the way that ended was Stromile Swift had ended up getting hurt in camp. And he didn't practice all camp. But when it came time for us to go fly to Mexico for preseason, they ended up cutting me for him.
Okay.
But like it wasn't like somebody was better than the other. It was more so he was a vet, and I was dispensable. So
yeah,
I had to make it happen elsewhere.
Not so much though.
Yeah,
that's exciting. Yeah. So I'm happy to go to Summer League. I know I'll probably have some crazy stories to come back with too. Nothing that tops yours, but I'm excited for it though.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I think Summer League's gonna be good for us. What we doing with the podcast, helping athletes, showing them how to develop and invest and hands on. Just being around. Just because it's this the thing, man. Sometimes athletes are preyed on a lot. And you get approached by a lot of people in suits talking that talk. It sounds good, but the moment you turn your back, they in your pockets. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's good to have somebody who speaks the same language, who ain't got no ulterior motives.
For sure.
That's doing what they doing with or without them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like I need you to do this. I'm doing this without you, but you can learn how to do this. You can
Yeah.
either come in and invest and do on-the-job training and learn, or you can come look and do this on your own in your own neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just, and it ain't all about that. It's just relationships, being around the fellas. I mean, I started doing yoga. Shout out to Joe Johnson. He got this ISO yoga studio here, and we used to do yoga with him before he even built out his own studio. But that, for me, that was like getting back around the guys.
Yeah.
Because that piece was missing.
Yeah.
Like, we probably not hooping every day anymore, but just being in that locker room after we did a yoga session, it supplemented what it felt like to be in a locker room as an athlete.
I love that.
Yeah.
The camaraderie, the team building. I think it's going to be so exciting to be around that group of people, like just guys who are hungry, who love to be around a team, who are just looking to thrive in every area of their lives. I think it'll be so fun.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think a lot of times, man, when we retire from the game or get away from the game and get out of the routine that we done had since we was playing Pop Warner, AAU, high school, middle school, college, pro, and like, man, you look up, man, you done live 30, 35, 40 years, and that's all you know, and it's over like that, and you got to figure out a new life.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, do it now, prepare.
Right.
Like, just because, like I say this all the time, and this ain't going to be the last time you hear me say it. Just because you're not prepared don't mean it ain't going to happen.
Right.
The end is coming. You might as well be prepared. So, that's what we pushing out.
Yeah. I look forward to it. So everyone out there, be sure to join us at Summer League this year. We'll be in Vegas, July. So we're going to be there July the 9th through the 15th. Okay.
We're going to be there even 2 days after Summer League. Might even catch a Las Vegas Aces game or something like that. So
if you're out in Vegas, athletes, if you're out there, check us out. We'd love to connect with you guys.
Big networking.
Great things that we're doing out here. And just want to help you wherever you are in your journey, though, because like Rashad said, like Shadzilla said, like we're always wanting to prepare because things change, chapters end, but we never want to fall off ever. Yeah. So join the movement.
Yeah, for sure, man. You always got to pivot, man. And this the analogy that I use before we get up out of here is, as an athlete, and I'm gonna use a basketball reference because I'm a basketball guy, and if you're a football guy, you can use baseball guy, you can kind of input what you want. But if I'm down 20 points in the fourth quarter, you can either pack it in and get beat by 25, 30, or you could fucking figure out a way to chip away at it to make it a game again. Because momentum is a real thing. Like, small wins leads to momentum. Momentum leads to consistency. Consistency leads to results.
I love that.
That's what I meant to say.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
No, for sure.
Another takeaway is that, all games are won in the last quarter. So it ain't over till it's over. And at the very end, that's when the winning happens, you know, so that you don't throw in the towel. You just go ahead and win. And that is on every field, right?
Yeah.
Just on or off the court.
Yeah, man. And, like I said, man, stay with it. Stay down. Put the work in. It ain't nothing that you don't already know, but I think when we detach it from sports, we feel like we can't do it. But it's like those skills are transferable.
Yeah.
People love being around athletes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people won't say it out loud, but people love being around athletes.
I'm going to say it out loud.
leverage that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Leverage what you got now, because you don't want to wait till it's too late and people forget about you, because that's going to happen. We in a what have you done for me lately society. So
definitely,
while you popping, while you got it going on, make sure you planning for the future. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and if y'all want to network, get with me and Chantel in Summer League. We're going to be out there moving and grooving. We're going to be at the games. We're going to be at the after parties. But, we're going to be on business. But, we might be
strictly
on...
business,
yeah, strictly business. Holla at us, man. You want to take us away, Chantel?
Yeah. Again, I'm Chantel Demal. This is my co-host, Shadzilla. Catch us next time at the Developing Athletes Podcast. You can find us Instagram and everywhere, actually. And you can most definitely catch us at Summer League this year.
Yes, sir. Get at us.